Hi aerial yogis, I'm Camille and welcome back to my CamiyogAIR aerial yoga channel. So guys, welcome to our today's class where we will focus on our lower body, so improving flexibility through the hips, stretching through the legs, as well as strengthening to keep everything into the balance while flowing through open hammock flow. And big news, so for those who wanted to do my aerial yoga teacher training course in person, there you go. I announced already the dates and you can fly in Lithuania here in my studio and join me in July for level 1 and level 2 courses. If the dates doesn't work, you can always join me on my online courses and also check out my silk shop. So here is down below all the information as always on the website. But now let's continue with our fun flow with the open hammock, and let's start by just flipping into Cocoon. As always, you can check how to get into Cocoon. Here's the video, 5 various ways how you can enter it. So let's meet inside the silk and we will start from there. So get comfortable. For now, just lay down. Bring your head inside and arms instantly over your head, so stretch it out. And for now, relax your elbows. But in the meantime, we're already a little bit opening the shoulder line while the arms are over your head. Close your eyes. Just scan your body from your head to toes to check in if everything is actually released and relaxed. Just pausing this time for yourself, for your body, for your inner self to reconnect and find your deeper breath, Ujjayi breath, breathing into your belly slowly. And then we will add a soft movement, banana shape, dynamically. Just extend your arms over your head fully and breathe out and laterally stretch to one side, breathing in and breathe out, bend to the other side to feel the stretch through the rib cage, through your waistline and back, while the other side, feel how it squeezes in through the obliques, the side abdominal muscles. So a few more times on your own rhythm, either faster, slower, just that how you like. Just stretch it out, prepare your spine, a little bit warming up. Okay, and let's meet somewhere in neutral position in the middle. And now we will move through the legs to warm them up. So we will do some leg lifts. So breathe in and breathing out and lift your left leg all the way up towards your chest. Breathing in and lower it down slowly with control. So breathe out and squeeze it towards your towards your belly and chest. Breathe in and lowering down. So continue like this. You can leave your foot either flexed, either pointed. It's up to your choice. Just when it's flexed, I like to leave it as it is, because then you add the stretch through your calves and ankle, not only through your knee and hamstrings. So up to you, whichever it is, and try to keep your knees straight. So we also, you notice that we're actually activating the core abdominal area to actually lift the leg as high as we can. So a few more like this. And now the last one, let's stay up and use your arms. So hug your leg either over your thigh, maybe I will take my head out a little bit that you could see. Either thigh, either calves, maybe the foot, just whatever works for you. But don't push it too hard. It's still the beginning of the class, so we don't want to force or overstrain anything. So just softly putting that weight of your arms onto the leg and a little bit engaging of your arm muscles to create that resistance and stretch out the whole back of the leg. And in the meantime, also try to, as if pushing the knee forward so that it would stay straight. And of course, keep on breathing slowly, deeply. One more breath in Breathe out and bend your knee and just leave it by your belly and chest. Now, let's hold the sides of the silk. Take your head and shoulders all the way out, but the silk will be just around your ribcage and chest. As we're moving to the spinal twist, cat pulling its tail. So I'm mirroring you. Let's lift that left leg over the right side of the silk, so opposite side, and hook it over. And now let your hips turn also to that right side a little bit, so you're not anymore facing the ceiling, but actually the side. And in the meantime, let's hold the silk with the right arm while the left hand reaches for the other foot that is in the silk. If you can't reach the foot, you can always just hold that back end of the silk. It doesn't really matter. And then slide the top hand a little bit lower that you can open up, look behind towards your foot that you are holding. Opening through your little bit chest while twisting through your hips, through your middle back. One more breath in. Breathe out, let go of that foot, find the edges, a little bit climb up. Now we will twist and turn into floating lunge. So your left hand holds the right side edge, the right hand holds the left side. So we're crossing the hands, and when you cross your hands, now we're pulling up and sliding through the silk. So only your thigh is now in it and the back leg. Bend your knee to keep that lunge shape, and slide your hands along the edges to open your heart, open your shoulder line. Look up the ceiling, keep on breathing. If you want more, you can take your elbows out. One more breath in, breathe out, and now let's step it down all the way. Adjust the silk a little bit away that it won't squeeze anywhere uncomfortably, but still the whole leg is inside. And now all the way lower down to the low lunge. Make sure your knee is over the heel, hands just by your side, and a little bit shift your weight back and forth to stretch out more of the groins, head in the hips. And to warm up even more the body, let's do those mini flow in between. So I'll turn a little bit. Let's, from this lunge, leave the hands as they are. So just spread the fingers and step your leg all the way behind into the plank. Okay, so shoulders over wrist, head up, look in between your hands. Hold your core, breathe in, breathe out, and your knee is towards your chest, squeeze it. Breathe in and push away from the floor in a three-legged dog. Elongate your whole spine, elongate through the shoulders while stretching the bottom leg. And again, breathe out, knee towards the chest, breathe in and elongate into three-legged dog. So a few more like this. Okay, let's stay in three-legged dog. If you want, you can swing that leg inside the silk from side to side. Again, in that way, we're moving more through the hip joint. While to stabilize our balance, we have to use our core muscles. Okay, and let's meet in neutral. From here on, we're arriving to side plank. So breathe in again, come back to the plank. So shoulders over wrist. And let's adjust, so your left palm is under your chest in the middle, and turn to the side, lift your right arm all the way up. Okay, and the bottom leg straight, and keep your foot flexed, then in that way it would be easier to balance. Of course, we're using side muscles to keep our strength, and keep pushing through the bottom arm and shoulder, which we're also stabilizing the shoulder joint. Now breathe in and breathe out. Bring the bottom leg to the one that is inside the silk. Breathe in and touch the floor. This is quite challenging. If it's too much, if you feel very wobbling and falling out, you can always lower on your elbow, which will be a little bit easier, more stable. So again, find variation that works for you. And let's do two more. Okay, the last one, let's hold up. Just a little bit challenge. One more breath in. And and breathe out. Release your leg, release your arm. Let's turn facing forward. Jump back in between your hands into low lunge. Breathe in, just lift your head, so elongating your spine. Breathe out, and let's straighten up. We'll just turn towards you. So let's straighten up, lift, and let's stretch deeper through the hips and legs. So turn your back leg to the side. Hold the silk to jump somewhere in the middle. That leg inside the silk, which is your right, would stay in there. Okay, so find that it would stay on the side. Sometimes it just comes back or go behind, so we want that stability more. And now your right arm reaches either for the back silks or maybe the foot, again, whichever works for you. And the left hand just slides along the edge and hold it firmly. So breathing in and breathe out, side bend. So fold towards your hooked leg, look up the ceiling. Feel the openness through the waistline, through the rib cage, through the back while we're opening the hips and stretching through the inner thigh adductors. And if you want to go deeper, maybe more stretch through the legs, then just a little bit turn the bottom foot inwards. In that way, we're keeping our knees safe. Otherwise, if you leave it open and then turn, you see it, what happens when he goes inwards, and that's very dangerous to overstrain the kneecap. So let's turn the foot inwards a little bit, and then if you want more, go deeper. Just bring your weight all the way to the right side. Keep looking up and breathe. Last breath in. Breathing out, coming back, lifting up through your upper body. And now we will move to the dynamical spinal twist. So the foot is going all the way to the front, the right leg in the front. Jump back, that it would stay more or less in front of you. And we will add like a flow movement through your arms. So breathe in and lift your arms up. Breathe out and turn to the right side and open up. And looking behind towards that right palm. Then again, we're meeting the arms in the middle, in the front. So the back arm lowers down, lifting and breathing out, twisting to the other side, to the left side. So looking towards your left hand. Now the left hand goes from under and up and breathing out to the right side, opening up. And again, arm through the bottom and up and breathing out to the left. And one more time, each side. So breathing in the middle, breathing out. Let's open and stay this time. Hold the twist. One more breath in. Breathing out, lower the arm and meeting all the way up and breathe out to the other side, twisting and holding. One more breath in. Breathing out, lifting your arms. Again, let's come back with the leg to the side. Then from here, we're entering the goddess pose. So palms next to your heart in Anjali Mudra. This time, we're opening the foot, 45-degree angle to the side. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your pelvis backwards and squat it down. Breathe in and push upwards. And again, pelvis go backwards. So make sure when you go into that squat or goddess squat, that the knee is still over the heel and you're not coming all the way forwards, okay? If that's the case, you're probably even looking like this. Yeah, so rounding the back. To avoid this, we're pulling the tailbone backwards to keep the knee over the hip, over the heel. And then in that way, elongating through the spine and neck and the crown. So a few more like this. Breathe out, squat down, breathing in, coming up. Okay, and the last one, let's stay all the way down. Keep on breathing. Last breath in. Now breathing out and arms all the way down, just a little bit turn towards your right side. You can turn the foot more straight. And if you want, you can bring your tips of your fingers on the floor, maybe the whole palm, just depending on your flexibility through the hips and legs into this middle split. So stretching through the inner thighs, through the hips, keep on breathing. Maybe a little bit walking towards your right side, towards that right leg that is in a silk. Maybe it's enough where you are. Last breath. Breathing out and walk back towards the middle, neutral position. Let's lift up, and this time, let's bring the leg to the behind as if we started. Find those edges, turn towards the leg, and we're coming back into our cocoon. So slide the edges to create space and bring the leg inside, pull the silk all the way over your head as we move to the other side. And before we move on, just a little bit, again, banana shape to release, a little bit relax, neutralize everything. And then we will begin. So just find yourself in just relaxed manner, and we starting just with the leg lifts. So this time the right leg with breath out comes up. Breathe in and lower it down. Just try to move slowly with control. When you go up for a moment, hold the leg. Feel how you're squeezing it through your abdominals to actually keep your leg lifted and as close as possible towards its chest. Of course, a lot of work is coming from your hip flexors, which also helps to flex your hips, and as well stretching through the back of the leg actively. Okay, so a few more like that. Foot either flexed or point, just make sure that it's active, whichever position you do. And now the last one, let's hold and find either calf, maybe thigh, or maybe the foot was comfortable for you. So whichever it is, we're using now the arms to actually increase a little bit the stretch in the back of the leg, in the hip. Just keep on breathing. So the breath out is slower than the breath in. Just again, a reminder, we want that soft, pleasant stretch, not something that creates pain, or you're feeling that the leg is shaking like that, so maybe we should just a little bit back up and reduce it. Last breath in. Breathe out, bend your knee, just leave it by your belly and chest for now as we continue with the cat pulling its tail, the spinal twist and opening through the hips and chest. Take your head and shoulders out, adjust the silk a little bit lower. And now your right leg crosses over to the left side and turn your hips also a little bit on the side. Now we adjust the hands. So the right hand catches the left foot that is in the silk, so bend just the knee and a little bit slide through your left hand down, that you could open up, look behind, turning actively your neck. You should feel it working. So looking behind into that foot, while a little bit pushing your hips and chest forward, that you won't curl in but actually open. One more breath in. Breathe out, let go of that back foot. Now we're crossing the hands. So your right hand finds that left side, left hand holds the right side. So we're crossing the hands, the arms, and now pulling up by elbows, bending, but not too much, but you could just slide through the silk into that floating lunge. And slide the edges, along the edges with your hands to open your chest, open your shoulders, look up. The bottom left is bent, point your toes, and feel that opening through the upper body as well as through your hips. 2 big breaths. Last breath in. Breathing out, and let's step it down all the way to the floor. Just before that, a little bit adjust that it would be more comfortable, and hands just on the floor. The knee is over the heel, so just make sure it's 90-degree angle, right? And now just shifting your weight forth and back, more back than forwards, to awaken the other side deeper into that, to stretching through the hip flexors, through your glutes. Okay, and let's meet in neutral. Now that short flow to activate your abdominals, your shoulder line. So just place your palms along under the shoulders and step back into plank. Now breathe in, breathing out, and the knee is under the chest as much as you can. Squeeze it in a little ball, and breathe in, step it down into three-legged dog. Breathing out and squeeze it, breathing in, elongating through your spine, through the shoulders. Keep on pushing, so don't collapse into your shoulders. Shoulders should hug your ears. And a few more like that. So breathe out and squeeze, breathe in, elongate into three-legged dog. Okay, and let's meet in three-legged dog. While you're here, let's breathe and a little bit swing through your leg from side to side. Nothing too much. It's just releasing the hip off the left side. And let's stop in the middle as we're moving to that fun side plank. So now the weight is into the front and we moving. I will just turn maybe towards you, okay, that you would see more clearly. So bring your right palm under the chest and turn completely on side the bottom foot. So keep it flexed to be more in control. And lift your left arm to the ceiling. Look up, hold your core. Both legs straight, and now we're adding that movement. So breathing out, leg to one another, breathing in, touching the floor. If it's too much, you can always adjust on your elbow, do the same thing. If it's okay, you can stay with your arm straight. And that way, we of course holding the whole core, working on it, the back muscles, but also we adding that adductors into the work. So just a few more. Okay, last one, let's hold, breathe, just a little bit more. Last breath in, and breathing out. With control, lower down your foot, your hands, jump in between your hands into the lunge. I will turn to you as you are like this. And now slowly coming up. Okay, and now we turning our back leg to the side. So find the edges to jump back, that the leg would be on your side. And just adjust it that it would stay there and not coming back. If not, maybe you're still somewhere not in the middle. So find yourself in the middle. And breathing in, lift your arms up, breathe out, and side bend. So finding either the edges of the silk or maybe the foot, while the other hand just finds the edge on top. So whichever works for you. And remember, if you will eventually go deeper, if you did it on the other side, just turn your foot a little bit inwards. If you didn't do the weight shifting into the side bend, you can leave your foot in neutral position. And first of all, just folding towards the side, towards the leg. Look up, keep opening through the side body while stretching through the leg, inner leg, and the hips. And if you want more, maybe shifting that weight. Then we going all the way swinging towards the left side. Keep breathing. Nice breath in. Breathing out, coming you back. And now let's do a dynamical spinal twist. So leg is completely to the front. The silver course, that's how it's supposed to do. Jump back a little bit, but you would stay where you are. And now breathe in, lift your arms up, breathing out and opening to the left side, twisting, looking to the left hand. Now the arm goes from bottom and up in the middle, breathing out to the right side, twisting. And looking to the right palm. And again, meeting through bottom and up and twisting to the left side, meeting in the middle and to the right side. And now last each time on each side, just this time, let's hold on to the left side. Look behind, keep feeling that active twist through your waistline, through the shoulder blades. One more breath in. Breathe out. Let's meet in the middle. And twist to the right side and hold it. Again, a little bit more. And releasing all the way up. Now adjust the foot to the side, jump into the front to the middle as we're moving to the goddess pose, squats. So this time turn the foot 45-degree angle to the side outwards, hands by your heart, and breathing in, breathe out, and pull your hips backwards, tailbone backwards to squat down, and make sure your knee is over the heel, breathing in and coming back. So the weight is always on that one leg actually, so don't go all the way towards the leg in the silk. We're still staying more on that leg that is out of the silk. And elongate your spine, so shoulder blades a little bit drawn together, everything connected in. Okay, and the last one, let's hold and breathe. A little bit strengthening through your quads, hamstrings. Last breath in. And now the middle split, so breathe out, lower your hands, and instantly push your weight towards the left side. Turn your foot forwards. Keep breathing. Maybe hands on the floor, maybe tiptoes, like tip of the fingers. Last breath in. Breathing out, walk your hands towards the right side. Come all the way up. And we coming back to cocoon. So turn away from me, I'm turning away from you. Hold the edges, slide them down, and bring the foot inside. Okay, again, a little bit banana shape from side to side to release. And let's finish up the whole practice with a waterfall. So just hold the edges, take your shoulders, and a little bit kick the silk away from you. That there would be less silk by your waistline and won't squeeze as much. And slide the edges down. And if you feel comfortable with your back, you can release your hands completely, maybe on your wrists. Maybe you will interlace your fingers if you want, stretch through your shoulders. The most intensive stretch for your back will feel if you lower your elbows in front, because it's the most weight. Or if you feel too much intensity, whether it's back bend, then bend your knees like doing sleeping butterfly and perhaps hold the silk, especially if you feel too much straining through your lower back. Okay, so this should reduce it a little bit. So whatever you want, just keep on breathing. Few more moments. Opening your hips to the front. Stretching through the chest, your body center. And then let's climb all the way up. Okay, slowly. Adjusting the silk again all the way up. And then draw your knees towards your chest and hug it in, like little ball. To a little bit round your back, release it to the opposite direction. And then back to the cocoon, extending your legs. And this time you can either, again, leave your arms over your head. Maybe this time you will just cross it over your chest in shavasana pose, complete relaxation. So in here we will do just a short version of it, but of course if you want you can just pause the video and continue on your own, or maybe adding the other practice what you planned out. Any of my tricks, flips, anything, it's over there in the corner if you will want to check the playlist. But if you're okay with the short practice, then just again scan your body from your head to toes. Make sure that everything is released, loose. A few times breathe out through your mouth. Breathing all the tensions or anything that is still in your head, just breathe out. And then come back to your natural breath. Feel how your body melts into the silk, into the space. And this practice, when we move through the head, so lower body, it always activates our first two energetic centers, chakras, which connected with the grounding as well as with the emotions and feelings. So a little bit of this letting go and accepting everything as it is, accepting your body, accepting your inner self. So a few more breaths. And then slowly move your fingers, your toes, wiggle around. Stretch your arms over your head. Elongate. And then we will come out of the silk. So either in a simple way or maybe through the flip with your knees towards your chest. Just take your head out. And there you go, guys. I hope you enjoy this open hammock flow for opening your hips, stretching through the legs, and a little bit strengthening throughout the body. Feel free to let me know down in the comments how you felt about this practice. And as always, all the links are down below in description. So once again, thank you for practicing with me, flying with me. Maybe you will want to explore more of my classes and tutorials, so just jump into my channel. And then I see you in the other class. So bye, namaste.